chat. Oh, wait, yes, I can. Hi, everybody. I'm using my mic today. Does it sound okay? Should I turn my fan off? Can you hear the blasting of my fan? I'll turn the echo off. Oh, wait, I like the echo on. The echo sounds better. So, welcome to my stream, everyone. Should I turn that fan off? Okay, maybe my toes can reach it. I hope they don't get stuck in the blade. Oh, I'll probably just go grab it. Oh, my lights are snapping. Guys, I have a heat stroke. I'm sorry. It was an immediate heat stroke. It's going back on. Is the fan obnoxious or is it okay? Because I will die without that fan. Maybe I'll back it up. Oh, there we go. Yeah, you're right. It is a bit loud. Maybe if I just turn it off, I'll get used to the heat. The things I do for you. Hi, Autumn. Welcome to the stream, everybody. Hello, Eric. Hello, Rudolph. Hello, Z. I think that's how you say it. Hello, Charlie. Thank you for the gifts, everyone. Am I being restreamed right now? Okay, because I was like already just like drenched in sweat. Let's see if I can make it not so loud. I don't think I followed that one yet. Let me see. I don't think so. Ellen. Why is it Ellen Pion? So, have you guys ever read or watched Coraline? Yes, the book is so good. Well, that's what we're going to be reading tonight. I found the novel online, a PDF version of it. So it's, we probably won't get it all done today. It's like about 100 pages long, so I don't think it'll all get done in one day, but are you only watched the movie? I read the book a long time ago, but I hardly remember it, but I've seen the movie so many times. I actually own the movie on DVD. I have the special edition box set, and it comes with like posters and postcards and behind the scenes and all that fun stuff. Is the music too loud? It seems like it got loud. I'll turn it down. Does this music sound all right to everybody? Hi, Shiggy. Hi, Lord Cheese. Nom, nom, nom. Now I'm hungry. Okay. Did I just hear a nose whistle? A little too soft. Okay, well, I'll make it bombard. It's my new speaker. I got a new Amazon Echo Pop. I think that's what it's called. Something like that. I was looking through a whole bunch of different playlists of Coraline background music, and this was my favorite I found. The unfortunate thing is, as it rotates through the tracks, some of them are a little bit louder than the others, so I'm gonna have to focus on that and just turn it down a notch once it goes to that part. But I really like the mix of this one. Nano getting a whole setup. Well, I've had this mic for a while. I just thought it was doo-doo, but I was informed it's okay for some things. Oh yeah, I'll follow the channel right now. Is it playing right now? The music? Yes. Wait, can you not hear it? You can't hear the music? What the hell? Oh, I wonder why the mic wouldn't pick it up. Well, let me turn it up. How about this? How's this sound? Let me restart it, since you guys couldn't hear it. Whoa, why is the first one blaring? Whoa, that's what I'm talking about. You hear that, right? If I go on mute, it's because I'm just like coughing or something. You barely heard that. Get your damn ears checked. Okay. I have an idea. A scoochie. A little shimmy it up here. It's a tight fit, but it's gonna work. It's like right beside the microphone now. How's that sound? Good? Ooh, yeah, it's a Coraline. Well, I'm glad I found out you guys couldn't hear that. That would have ruined everything. Thank you so much for the pink pen lights, Autumn. Woo! Do you like Coraline? Who's your favorite character? If you guys have seen it. You like the other father? He scared me so much. Body goals. Honestly, yeah, for real. I used to have a crush on the other mom. I was reading through the lines earlier, and for some reason when I read her voice, I was like, why did I just sound exactly like the mom? I was like, wait, let me practice on mute. No, it's not there anymore. I can't do it anymore. It was like in the moment. Maybe it'll happen when I'm reading. So, I guess we'll just get started. I'm gonna unplug my laptop. It's fully charged. Mommy, Nano. Mommy. Okay, I got it pulled up. And I have it so I can see the Twitch chat still. Excuse me. Let me eat a piece of gum. Because, you know, I got the crispy crusties. Wait, that might be triggering. Maybe I shouldn't eat a piece of gum. Let me just cough loud for 1 second. Okay. Let's go. Let's read the book. Coraline discovered the door a little while after they moved into the house. It was a very old house. It had an attic under the roof and a cellar under the ground and an overgrown garden with huge old trees in it. Coraline's family didn't own all of the house. It was too big for that. Instead, they owned part of it. There were other people who lived in the old house. Miss Spink and Miss Forcible lived in the flat below Coraline's on the ground floor. They were both old and round, and they lived in their flat with a number of aging Highland Terriers who had names like Hamish and Andrew and Jock. Once upon a time, Miss Spink and Miss Forcible had been actresses, as Miss Spink told Coraline the first time she met her. Should I turn the echo down? I'm noticing it's kind of loud. Hi, Anne. Oh, wait, I like it right here? I don't know. Welcome to the stream, Anne. How are you? Okay, okay. Should I do some fun voices? I'll try. How do I do an old lady voice? We'll go for it. You see, Coraline. Miss Spink said, getting Coraline's... Oh wait, I said it wrong. You see, Caroline. Miss Spink said, getting Coraline's name wrong. Both myself and Miss Forcible were famous actresses in our time. We trod the boards, lovey. Oh, don't let Hamish eat the fruitcake or he'll be up all night with his tummy. Hi, Rudolph. Hi, Oliver. It's Coraline, not Caroline. Coraline, said Coraline. In the flat above Coraline's, under the roof, was a crazy old man with a big mustache. He told Coraline that he was training a mouse circus. He wouldn't let anyone see it. Thank you so much for the like. Oh, see? I told you guys it gets a little loud out of nowhere, but we got that handled. One day, little Coraline... No, wait. Oh! Should I do his voice? I can't do a man's voice. I can't even. So I'm just going to do my voice, guys. One day, little Caroline. When they are ready, everyone, why am I a pirate? Everyone in the world. Ah! I closed the tab by accident. One sec. No, it's right here, I didn't close it. It was just a pop-up. Everyone in the world will see the wonders of my mouse circus. You see me. Why can you not see it now? Is that what you asked me? Huh? That's some weird writing. Anyways. No, said Coraline quietly. I asked you not to call me Caroline. It's Coraline. The reason you cannot see the mouse circus, said the man upstairs. Yarr, matey. Is that the mice are not yet ready and rehearsed. Also, they refuse to play the songs I have written for them. What am I doing? I gotta stop. I'm just gonna go normal. All the songs I have written for the mice to play go oompa oompa. But the white mice will only play toodle oodle, like that. I'm thinking of trying them on different types of cheese. I love Sunday. Coraline didn't think there was really a mouse circus. She thought the old man was probably making it up. The day after they moved in, Coraline went exploring. She explored the garden. It was a big garden. At the very back was an old tennis court, but no one in the house played tennis, and the fence around the court had holes in it, and the net had mostly rotted away. There was an old rose garden filled with stunted, fly-blown rose bushes. There was a rockery that was all rocks. There was a fairy ring made of squidgy brown toadstools, which smelled dreadful if you accidentally trod on them. There was also a well. On the first day Coraline's family moved in, Miss Spink and Miss Forcible made a point of telling Coraline how dangerous the well was, and they warned her to be sure to keep away from it. So Coraline set off to explore it, so that she knew where it was, to keep away from it properly. She found it on the third day in an overgrown meadow beside the tennis court, behind a clump of trees, a low brick circle almost hidden in the high grass. The well had been covered up by wooden boards to stop anyone from falling in. There was a small knot hole in one of the boards, and Coraline spent an afternoon dropping pebbles and acorns through the hole and waiting and counting until she heard the plop, plop, as they hit the water far below. Coraline also explored for animals. She found a hedgehog in a snake skin, but no snake, and a rock that looked just like a frog, and a toad that looked just like a rock. There was also a hottie. It's like naughty, but with an H. What's that mean? We're just gonna go with hottie, like, row. There was a hottie black cat, row, who sat on the walls and tree stumps and watched her, but slipped away if she ever went over to try and play with it. It says hottie, like naughty, like H-A-U-G-H-T-Y. Hi, Yumi, and hello, Juro. Welcome to the stream. Oh, like smug. Okay. That was how she spent her first 2 weeks in the house, exploring the garden and the grounds. Her mother made her come back inside for dinner and for lunch, and Coraline had to make sure she dressed up warm before she went out, for it was a very cold summer that year. But go out she did, exploring every day until the day it rained, when Coraline had to stay inside. What should I do? Asked Coraline. Hi, Matt Ghouls. Welcome to the stream. Read a book, said Mother. Watch a video. Play with your toys. Go and pester Miss Spink, or Miss Forcible, or the crazy old man upstairs. No, said Coraline. I don't want to do those things. I want to explore. Excuse me. I don't really mind what you do, said Coraline's mother, as long as you don't make a mess. One moment, guys. I need to take a sip of water. Okay, I'm back. As long as you don't make a mess. Coraline went over to the window and watched the rain come down. It wasn't the kind of rain you could go out in. It was the other kind, the kind that threw itself down from the sky and splashed where it landed. It was the rain that meant business, and currently its business was turning the garden into a muddy, wet soup. Thank you so much for liking. I have to cough again, of course. I'm probably gonna die one of these days. Coraline had watched all the videos. She was bored with her toys, and she'd read all her books. I won't die. I'm okay. I'll just cough a lot. She turned on the television. She went from channel to channel to channel, but there was nothing on but men in suits talking about the stock market and talk shows. Eventually, she found something to watch. It was the last half of a natural history program about something called protective coloration. She watched animals, birds, and insects which disguised themselves as leaves or twigs or other animals to escape from things that could hurt them. She enjoyed it, but ended too soon and was followed by a program about a cake factory. It was time to talk to her father. Coraline's father was home. Both of her parents worked doing things on computers, which meant that they were home a lot of the time. Each of them had their own study. Should I try to do Coraline's dad's voice? I don't even know how. Like, that's gonna be so hard. Because it's not like raspy at all. And that's like the only man's voice I can even attempt. We're gonna go for it. Hello, Coraline. Why am I a pirate again? No, I'm Santa. No, I'm Santa this time. He said when she came in without turning around. Said Coraline. It's raining. Yup, said her father. It's bucketing down. No, said Coraline. It's just raining. Can I go outside? Thank you. What does your mother say? She says you're not going out in weather like that, Coraline Jones. Then no. But I want to carry on exploring. Then explore the flat, suggested her father. Look, here's a piece of paper and pen. Count all the doors and windows. List everything blue. Mount an expedition to discover the hot water tank and leave me alone to work. Can I go into the drawing room? The drawing room was where the Joneses kept the expensive and uncomfortable furniture Coraline's grandmother had left them when she died. Coraline wasn't allowed in there. Nobody went in there. It was only for best. If you don't make a mess and you don't touch anything. Hi, ex-lad. Coraline considered this carefully, and she took the paper and pen and went off to explore the inside of the flat. She discovered the hot water tank. It was in a cupboard in the kitchen. She counted everything blue, 153. She counted the windows, 21. And she counted the doors, 14. Welcome to the stream, everyone. Of the doors that she found, 13 opened and closed. The big carved brown wooden door at the far corner of the drawing room was locked. Thank you so much. Thank you, Zach. Thank you. Bye for now. Thank you so much for the gifts. She said to her mother, "Where does that door go?" "Nowhere, dear. It has to go somewhere." Her mother shook her head. "Look," she told Coraline. She reached up and took a string of keys from the top of the kitchen door frame. She sorted through them carefully and selected the oldest, biggest, blackest, rustiest key. Hi, welcome, Donutsu. We're just reading Coraline. They went into the drawing room. She unlocked the door with the key. The door swung open. Her mother was right. The door didn't go anywhere. It opened into a brick wall. "When this place was just one house," said Coraline's mother, "that door went somewhere. When they turned the house into flats, they simply bricked it up. The other side is the empty flat on the other side of the house, the one that is still for sale." She shut the door and put the string of keys back onto the kitchen door frame. "You didn't lock it," said Coraline. Her mother shrugged. "Why should I lock it?" she asked. "It doesn't go anywhere." Coraline didn't say anything. It was really dark outside now, and the rain was still coming down, pattering against the windows and blurring the lights of the cars in the street outside. Coraline's father stopped working and made them all dinner. Coraline was disgusted. "Daddy," she said, "you've made a recipe again. It's leek and potato stew with a tarragon garnish and melted Gruyere cheese," he admitted. Coraline sighed, and then she went to the freezer and got out some microwave chips and a microwave mini pizza. "You know, I don't like recipes," she told her father, while her dinner went around and the little red numbers on the microwave oven counted down to 0. "If you tried it, maybe you'd like it," said Coraline's father, but she shook her head. That night, Coraline lay awake in her bed. The rain had stopped and she was almost asleep when something went t t t t t. She sat up in bed. Something went creak. I don't know how to make it loud. Coraline got out of bed and looked down the hall, but saw nothing strange. She walked down the hall. From her parents' bedroom came a low snoring. That was her father, and an occasional sleeping mutter. That was her mother. Coraline wondered if she dreamed it, whatever it was. Something moved. It was more than a shadow, and it scuttled down the darkened hall fast, like a little patch of night. She hoped it wasn't a spider. Spiders made Coraline intensely uncomfortable. The black shape went into the drawing room, and Coraline followed in a little nervously. "Hi, Dora. Welcome. Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for liking." The room was dark. The only light came from the hall, and Coraline, who was standing in the doorway, cast a huge and distorted shadow onto the drawing room carpet. She looked like a thin, giant woman. Coraline was just wondering whether or not she ought to turn on the lights when she saw the black shapes edge slowly out from beneath the sofa. It paused and then dashed silently across the carpet toward the furthest corner of the room. There was no furniture in that corner of the room. Coraline turned on the light. There was nothing in the corner. Nothing but the old door that opened onto the brick wall. Hi, Alex. Welcome to the stream. She was sure that her mother had shut the door, but now it was ever so slightly open. Just a crack. Coraline went over to it and looked in. There was nothing there, just a wall built of red bricks. Coraline closed the old wooden door, turned out the light, and went to bed. She dreamed of black shapes that slid from place to place, avoiding the light, until they were all gathered together under the moon. Little black shapes with little red eyes and sharp yellow teeth. They started to sing. Oh shoot, I don't know the tune of the song. I'm gonna wing this little song. I think it's nice. We are small, but we are many. We are many, we are small. We were here before you rose. We will be here when you fall. I have no idea the tune of that. Yes, we're reading Coraline. Thank you so much for joining the stream, everyone. Their voices were high and whispering and slightly whiny. Slightly whiny like that guy who was just in the stream. They made Coraline feel uncomfortable. Then Coraline dreamed a few commercials, and after that, she dreamed of nothing at all. Oh, now we're on chapter 2. Shall we take a little intermission break and have some thoughts, have some chats, and maybe I'll say hello to everybody who joined when I was reading. So hello everybody, and welcome to my stream, and I hope you've been enjoying my reading of Coraline. What do you guys think so far? Are you enjoying it? Is the music sounding okay still? Do you guys hear like, or is that just me? Like a little bit of feedback? It's getting spooky now. A little bit. I'm pretty sure the book's a little more spookier than the movie, even though like the movie's pretty dang spooky. Hello, Nano, you precious bean. My chat's not scrolling, so I have to do it myself. I didn't realize there was that many comments. I'm sorry, guys. There is feedback. Dang. I have to get a new mic, I'm thinking, guys. How do I fix that? Should I turn it off and go, Wait, did it stop? Interesting. If I hold the cord in a certain way, it stops. Let me fix something, maybe. I'll try to mute it so I don't make a loud noise. Okay, yeah, that feedback's kind of annoying me, and I don't know how to make it stop. Should I, just go back to no mic? Go back to my regular mic? How do I fix it? Oh wait, if I hold it, did it stop? Guess I'm gonna have a sore finger by the end of the stream. Looks... No! Okay, I think if I hold it really tight. There we go. Get in there. Alright. I'm gonna have to like... Yeah, you kinda have to like... make it like tight. Yeah. Hi, Tux Cat. No, it's coming back. That noise is coming back. It's the cord that came with it. Lifetime guarantee. I don't know about that. I'm reading this big sticker on the cord. What happened? You switched mics? I'm using my pink mic right now. That's where all the echo's coming from. This isn't my normal microphone. Why is that? It's going Can you hear me like strangling it? Like strangling it. I'm getting frustrated with it. Wait, maybe it might be that right here where it's having issues. No. Nano strangles you ASMR. I was like gripping it, like it was like. It's like every once in a while, it's like tweet, 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 tweet. Like a little damn cricket. So, what are you guys thinking? Should I just unplug it and use my other one, or deal with it? Isn't it frustrating? What do you guys think? Because even if I hold it, now it doesn't even matter. Okay. Okay, whoa. There's two different answers now. Which one, guys? We need one more answer so I can, so it can be like evened out or whatever. Unevened out. It's like crickets. Okay, but we need one more opinion. Yes or no? The next opinion will kind of figure out the, no real preference. Awesome. Next. It's kind of like a white noise for me. Okay, there's actually some people kind of liking it. Okay. Oh, now I feel bad for the one. Are you like furious with this, Autumn? Everybody point to Autumn. I'm just joking. Okay, okay. So, everyone's good? Everyone's having a good time? A good night? As long as you're happy and having a good time during stream, that's what matters. As long as I'm streaming, I'm happy. I mean, for the most part, until he who shall not be named enters. I am curious what is causing this slight static sound, but it's not. I am very curious. When I move it, it kind of gets better. Like right now, it stopped. It stopped, and I'm pressing it tight though. And then it slowly comes back. Okay, what the heck? I'm wondering if maybe it's not able to. Does this? I don't know anything about electronics. Would it not being my phone not being strong enough to power it cause that issue? Is that a potential? Or do you think it would be the cord? Just maybe, because the one time I tried it on my other phone and it did the same thing though. When I was just trying to record something. I suppose I could always plug it into my computer and test it out, but it's like pretty hit or miss. Like sometimes the mic works fine without that noise, unless I'm just like not realizing it's happening, and then sometimes it doesn't. You think, yeah, maybe I'll just get a new cable and I guess we'll just figure it out that way. I didn't do anything to the cable and it came like brand new in the box, so I don't know why it would be damaged. All I want to know is I want to whip around like a lasso right now. I'd have to check your previous stream with the new mic. I don't remember it being like this. Okay, yeah. I feel like I don't remember it either. Did you guys notice it until I pointed it out, or did you guys notice it before? Or you know what I mean. Sometimes brand new cables are bad. Sounds like I'm going to whip someone with my cables. You thought it was intentional? Damn. The tweet, tweet, tweet. You think I would make that intentional? Here I am, like my eyes like slowly twitching as I read. Okay, okay. I noticed you guys are joining. Damn, I didn't notice it at all. So maybe it's something I've just grown used to hearing. Cause, yeah, maybe I need a new mic. Maybe I just need to get a better quality one. This one's only like 50, 60 bucks Canadian, so it's pretty cheap on Amazon. Yeah, I just heard a troubleshoot live. Hi, Stuffed. Say you're stuffed and not crust. Hi, we're just about to start on chapter 2. We're just doing. Is it called an? What's an intermission? Would this count? I don't know. No, wait. Awesome timing. Before we continue on, it's almost 11:11. Perfect timing, everybody. So it's almost time to make a wish. Okay, it's coming up, guys. I'm getting excited. 11:11, like Lazada. I don't know what that is. Lasagna? Nom 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 nom. Timu. Oh, shopping like a millionaire. Guys, everybody hold their toes together like hands and make a wish. Our feet like hands. Come on, guys. Spread them. Make a wish. We have to all be connected, intertwined. They'll grow back. Oh, the ring. I can hear the wishes coming true. Some of them. You have to wish harder. No peeking. Okay, did everybody make their wish? Hopefully they all come true. You can't say them out loud or in the chat or else they won't come true. So that's the rules. I didn't make them up. I just follow them. Nano's wish-making instructions are getting harder and harder. Oh, just you wait what I have in store for the future. We're going to be very connected. We'll be as one. So, are you guys ready for chapter 2? Actually, before we start chapter 2, I am going to have... Oh, did you guys hear my bone snap? One quick small break to grab something. And then we'll continue on with the story, so bear with me, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I've returned. So, gotta scoot closer. Can you hear my pom-poms on the chair? If I wag my tail really fast, they shake. Although it's kind of funny because it has a pillow, and the pillow's supposed to like attach to the top of it, but like it was like at the top of my head, so I had to like put the pillow through the little holes that are supposed to be where your shoulders go, and it like fits my neck perfectly. It looks so funny, but it like fits. If you guys know what I mean, like do you know how there's like the little back holes in some of the computer chairs and stuff? I just stuck it through there. And I'm like, perfect. Why are you so cute? Not me. Okay, we're gonna get on to chapter 2. The next day it had stopped raining, but a thick white fog had lowered over the house. I'm going for a walk, said Coraline. Why did I say it so emo? I'm going for a walk, said Coraline. Don't go too far, said the mother, and dress up warmly. Coraline put on her blue coat with a hood, her red scarf, and her yellow Wellington boots. Let me fix the mic, it's in a weird spot. She went out. Miss Spink was walking her dogs. Oh, I'm gonna do the voice again. Hello, Caroline, said Miss Spink. Rotten weather. Yes, said Coraline. I played Portia once, said Miss Spink. Miss Forcible talks about her Ophelia, but it was my Portia they came to see when we trod the boards. Miss Spink was bundled up in pullovers and cardigans, so she seemed more small and circular than ever. She looked like a large, fluffy egg. She wore thick glasses, and that made her eyes seem huge. They used to send me flowers to my dressing room, they did, she said. Hi, Bucka. Welcome. Hi, Lenora. Welcome to the stream. Who did? Asked Coraline. Miss Spink looked around cautiously, looking over first one shoulder and then over the other, peering into the mist as though someone might be listening. Oh, okay, I was gonna yell, but it says whispered, so I just made a weird moaning noise, okay. Men, she whispered. Then she tugged the dogs to heel and waddled off back toward the house. Coraline continued her walk. She was 3/4 of the way around the house when she saw Miss Forcible standing at the door to the flat she shared with Miss Spink. Oh my god, the other lady's voice? I can only do one lady voice. How am I going to spice it up? They'll just sound the same. Or I'll spice it up somehow. No, I can't. Have you seen Miss Spink, Caroline? Coraline told her that she had, and that Miss Spink was out walking the dogs. I do hope she doesn't get lost. It'll bring on her shingles if she does, you'll see, said Miss Forcible. You'd have to be an explorer to find your way around in this fog. I'm an explorer, said Coraline. Of course you are, Lovey. Oh, wrong one. Of course you are, Lovey, said Miss Forcible. Don't get lost now. Oh, I scrolled too far. Coraline continued walking through the gardens in the gray mist. She always kept in sight of the house. After about 10 minutes of walking, she found herself back where she had started. The hair over her eyes was limp and wet, and her face felt damp. Ahoy, Coraline! Caroline! Called the crazy old man upstairs. Oh, hello, said Coraline. She could hardly see the old man through the mist. He walked down the steps on the outside of the house that led up past Coraline's front door to the door of his flat. He walked down very slowly. Coraline waited at the bottom of the stairs. The mice do not like the mist, he told her. It makes their whiskers droop. Do you like my voice now with him? I don't like the mist much either, admitted Coraline. The old man leaned down, so close that the bottoms of his mustache tickled Coraline's ear. That would make me scream. The mice have a message for you, he whispered. Make that your ringtone. Coraline didn't know what to say. The message is this: don't go through the door. He paused. Does that mean anything to you? No, said Coraline. The old man shrugged. They are funny mice. They get things wrong. They got your name wrong, you know. They kept saying Coraline, not Caroline. Not Caroline at all. He picked up a milk bottle. Get out of here. Get out of here, little fella. Don't get out of here. Where'd he go? Shut up. Get out of here. Get out of here, kitty cat. Scram. Scam. Get out of here, scamp. Get gone. I lost my spot. He picked up the milk bottle from the bottom of the stairs and started back up to his attic flat. Coraline went up indoors. Her mother was working in her study. Her mother's study smelled of flowers. "What shall I do?" asked Coraline. "When do you go back to school?" asked her mother. "Next week," said Coraline. Said her mother. "I suppose I shall have to get you new school clothes. Remind me, dear, or else I'll forget." And she went back to typing things on the computer. "What shall I do?" repeated Coraline. "Draw something." Her mother passed her a sheet of paper and a ballpoint pen. Coraline tried drawing the mist. After 10 minutes of drawing, she still had a white sheet of paper with M-I-S-T written on it in the corner in slightly wiggly letters. She grunted and passed it to her mother. Very modern, dear," said Coraline's mother. Coraline crept into the drawing room and tried to open the old locked door in the corner. The old door in the corner. It was locked once more. She supposed her mother must have locked it again. She shrugged. Coraline went to see her father. He had his back to the door as he typed. "Go away," he said cheerfully as she walked in. "Hi, welcome, Xander. We're just reading Coraline. Welcome to the stream." "I'm bored," she said. "Learn how to tap dance," he suggested, without turning around. Coraline shook her head. "Why won't you play with me?" she asked. "Busy," he said. "Working," he added. He still hadn't been turned around to look at her. Why don't you go and bother Miss Spink and Miss Forcible?" Coraline put on her coat and pulled up her hood and went out of the house. She went downstairs. She rang the door of Miss Spink and Miss Forcible's flat. Coraline could hear a frenzied woofing as the Scotty dogs ran into the hall. After a while, Miss Spink opened the door. "Oh, it's you, Caroline." I screw it up every time because they say it wrong. She said, "Angus, Hamish, Bruce, down, love. Lovies. It's only Caroline. Come in, dear. Would you like a cup of tea?" The flat smelled of furniture polish and dogs. "Yes, please," said Coraline. Miss Spink led her into a dusty little room, which she called the parlor. On the walls were black and white photographs of pretty women and theater programs in frames. Miss Forcible was sitting in one of the armchairs and knitting hard. They poured Coraline a cup of tea in a little pink bone china cup with a saucer. They gave her a dry how do you say this? Garibaldi biscuit to go with it. Miss Forcible looked at Miss Spink, picked up her knitting, and took a deep breath. "Anyway, April, as I was saying, you still have to admit there's life in the old dog yet." "Miriam, dear, neither of us is as young as we were." "Madame Arcotay," replied Miss Forcible. "The Nurse and Romeo, Lady Bracknell, character parts. They can retire you from stage." "Now, Miriam, we agreed," said Miss Spink. Coraline wondered if they'd forgotten she was there. They weren't making much sense. She decided they were having an argument as old and comfortable as an armchair. The kind of argument that no one really wins or loses, but which can go on forever, if both parties are willing. She sipped her tea. "I'll read the leaves if you want." said Miss Spink to Coraline. Sorry? Said Coraline. The tea leaves, dear. I'll read your future. Coraline passed Miss Spink her cup. Miss Spink peered short-sightedly at the black tea leaves in the bottom. She pursed her lips. You know, Coraline, she said after a while, you are in terrible danger. Miss Forcible snorted and put down her knitting. Don't be silly, April. Stop scaring the girl. Her eyes are going. Pass me that cup, child. Coraline carried the cup over to Miss Forcible. Miss Forcible looked into it carefully, shook her head, and looked into it again. Oh dear, she said. You were right, April. She is in danger. See, Miriam, said Miss Spink triumphantly. My eyes are as good as they were. What am I in danger from? Asked Coraline. Hi, Nate, and thank you so much, Shiggy. I'm kind of winging it. I've never really done anything. I feel like I'm changing the voices each time by accident. Mrs. Spink and Forcible. What do you mean by that? Good different or bad different? Stared at her blankly. It didn't say, said Miss Spink. Tea leaves aren't reliable for that kind of thing. Not really. They're good for general, but not for specifics. What should I do then? Asked Coraline, who was slightly alarmed by this. Don't wear green in your dressing room, suggested Miss Spink. Or mention the Scottish play, said Miss Forcible. Coraline wondered why so few of the adults she had met made any sense. She sometimes wondered who they thought they were talking to. And be very, very careful, said Miss Spink. She got up from the armchair and went over to the fireplace. On the mantelpiece was a small jar with a My Little Pony in it. And Miss Spink took off the top of the jar and began to pull things out of it. There was a tiny china duck, a thimble, a strange little brass coin, 2 paper clips, and a stone with a hole in it. She passed Coraline the stone with a hole in it. What's it for? Asked Coraline. The hole went all the way through the middle of the stone. She held it up to the window and looked through it. It might help, said Miss Spink. They're good for bad things sometimes. Coraline put on her coat. She said goodbye to Mrs. Spink and Forcible and to the dogs and went outside. The mist hung like blindness around the house. She walked slowly to the stairs up to her family's flat and then stopped and looked around. In the mist, it was a ghost world. In danger? Thought Coraline to herself. It sounded exciting. It didn't sound like a bad thing. Not really. Coraline went back upstairs, her fist closed tightly around her new stone. That was the end of chapter 2. So, let's just take a little break and how's everyone doing? And welcome. Wolf Girl died. Oh my gosh. Are you okay? Hydration check. Yes, everybody, make sure you be drinking. I have cookies. I have Subway cookies. Hi, Rudolph. Welcome back. Here comes the again. Very, very strange. I like seeing your voice choices. I just hope I can remember them the next time I stream or do this, because I'm going to be reading the next chapter on Sunday, so 1 week from now, so I hope I can remember how to do the voices. If not, we're going to have some new voices to work with. I suspect the old man voice will evolve. Yeah, it's going to, first I was a pirate, now I'm like something, and then it's going to change again. Okay. Hi, Yama Izumi. Welcome to the stream. Are you guys enjoying the book so far? The reading? We still have half a battery or more, so pretty good so far. Okay. We'll get on to chapter 3 now, guys. The next day, the sun shone, and Coraline's mother took her into the nearest large town to buy clothes for school. They dropped her father off at the railway station. He was going into London for the day to see some people. Coraline waved him goodbye. They went to the department store to buy the school clothes. Coraline saw some day-glow green gloves she liked a lot. Her mother refused to buy them for her, preferring instead to buy white socks, navy blue school underpants, 4 gray blouses, and a dark gray skirt. But Mom, everybody at school's got gray blouses and everything. Nobody's got green gloves. I could be the only one. Her mother ignored her. She was talking to the shop assistant. They were talking about which kind of sweater to get for Coraline. They were agreeing what is the best thing to do. What the best thing to do would be to get one that was embarrassingly large and baggy, in the hopes that one day she might grow into it. Coraline wandered off and looked at a display of Wellington boots shaped like frogs and ducks and rabbits. Then she wandered back. Coraline! Oh, there you are. Where on earth were you? I was kidnapped by aliens, said Coraline. They came down from outer space with ray guns, but I fooled them by wearing a wig and laughing in a foreign accent, and I escaped. Yes, dear, now, I think you could do with some more hair clips, don't you? No. Well, let's say half a dozen, to be on the safe side, said her mother. Coraline didn't say anything. In the car on the way back home, Coraline said, "What's in the empty flat?" She used the Canadian laugh to trick them. The Canadian laugh. I don't know. Nothing I expect. It probably looks like our flat before we moved in. Empty rooms. Do you think you could get into it from our flat? Not unless you can walk through bricks, dear. Oh. They got home around lunchtime. The sun was shining, although the day was cold. Coraline's mother looked into the fridge and found a sad little tomato and a piece of cheese with green stuff growing on it. There was only a crust in the bread bin. I'd better dash down to the shops and get some fish fingers or something, said her mother. Do you want to come? No, said Coraline. Suit yourself, said her mother, and then left. Then she came back and got her purse and car keys, and she went out again. Coraline was bored. She flipped through a book her mother was reading about native people in a distant country, how every day they would take pieces of white silk and draw on them in wax, then dip the silks in dye, then draw on them more in wax and dye them some more, then boil the wax out in hot water, and then finally throw the now beautiful cloths on a fire and burn them to ashes. It seemed particularly pointless to Coraline, but she hoped that the people enjoyed it. She was still bored, and her mother wasn't home yet. Coraline got a chair and pushed it over to the kitchen door. She climbed onto the chair and reached up. She got down, then got a broom from the broom cupboard. She climbed back on the chair again and reached up with the broom. Chink! She climbed down from the chair and picked up the keys. That was the sound of the keys falling. She smiled triumphantly. Then she leaned the broom against the wall and went into the drawing room. The family did not use the drawing room. They had inherited the furniture from Coraline's grandmother, along with a wooden coffee table, a side table, a heavy glass ashtray, and the oil painting of a bowl of fruit. Coraline could never work out why anyone would want to paint a bowl of fruit. Other than that, the room was empty. There was no knickknacks on the mantelpiece, no statues or clocks, nothing that made it feel comfortable or lived in. The old black key felt colder than any of the others. She pushed it into the keyhole. It turned smoothly with a satisfying clunk. Coraline stopped and listened. She knew she was doing something wrong, and she was trying to listen for her mother coming back, but she heard nothing. Then Coraline put her hand on the doorknob and turned it, and finally, she opened the door. It opened onto a dark hallway. The bricks had gone as if they'd never been there. There was a cold, musty smell coming through the open doorway. It smelled like something very old and very slow. Coraline went through the door. She wondered what the empty flat would be like. If that was where the corridor led. Coraline walked down the corridor uneasily. There was something very familiar about it. The carpet beneath her feet was the same carpet they had in her flat. The wallpaper was the same wallpaper they had. The picture hanging in the wall was the same they had hanging in their hallway at home. She knew where she was. She was in her own home. She hadn't left. She shook her head, confused. She stared at the picture hanging on the wall. No, it wasn't exactly the same. The picture they had in their hallway showed a boy in old-fashioned clothes staring at some bubbles. But now, the expression on his face was different. He was looking at the bubbles as if he was planning to do something very nasty indeed to them. There was something very peculiar about his eyes. Coraline stared at his eyes, trying to figure out what exactly was different. She had almost lost it. No, she almost had it when somebody said, "Coraline!" It sounded like her mother. Coraline went into the kitchen where the voice had come from. A woman stood in the kitchen with her back to Coraline. She looked like Coraline's mother, only her skin was white as paper. Only she was taller and thinner. Only her fingers were long, too long, and they never stopped moving. And her dark red fingernails were curved and sharp. "Coraline," the woman said, "is that you?" And she turned around. Her eyes were big black buttons. "Lunchtime, Coraline," said the woman. "Who are you?" I was thinking about the kazoo boy. You know, kazoo. "Who are you?" asked Coraline. "I'm your other mother," said the woman. "Go and tell your other father that lunch is ready." She opened the door of the oven. Suddenly, Coraline realized how hungry she was. It smelled wonderful. "Well, go on." Coraline went down the hall to find where her father's study was. She opened the door. There was a man sitting in the keyboard with his back to her. "Hello," said Coraline. I mean, she said to say that lunch is ready." The man turned around. His eyes were buttons, big and black and shiny. "Hello, Coraline," he said. "I'm starving." He got up and went into her kitchen. into the kitchen. They sat at the kitchen table, and Coraline's other mother brought them lunch. A huge golden brown roasted chicken, fried potatoes, tiny green peas. Coraline shoveled the food into her mouth. It tasted wonderful. "We've been waiting for you for a long time," said Coraline's. Oh, wait, I said it in the mother's voice. We're going to have to go to the dad's voice. "We've been waiting for you a long time," said Coraline's other father. "For me?" "Yes," said the other mother. "It wasn't the same here without you. But we knew you'd arrive one day, and then we could be a proper family. Would you like some more chicken?" It was the best chicken that Coraline had ever eaten. Her mother sometimes made chicken, but it was always out of packets of frozen, and it was very dry, and it never tasted of anything. When Coraline's father cooked chicken, he bought real chicken, but he did strange things to it, like stewing it in wine, or stuffing it with prunes, or baking it in a pastry. And Coraline would always refuse to touch it on principle. She took some more chicken. "I didn't know I had another mother," said Coraline cautiously. "Of course you do." Sorry, guys. "Everyone does," said the other mother, her black button eyes gleaming. "After lunch, I thought you might like to go play in your room with the rats." "The rats?" "From upstairs." Coraline had never seen a rat, except on television. She was quite looking forward to it. This was turning out to be a very interesting day after all. After lunch, her other parents did the washing up, and Coraline went down the hall to her other bedroom. It was different from her bedroom at home. For start, it was painted in an off-putting shade of green and a peculiar shade of pink. Coraline decided that she wouldn't want to have to sleep in there, but that the color scheme was an awful lot more interesting than her own bedroom. There were all sorts of remarkable things in there that she'd never seen before. Wind-up angels that fluttered around the room like startled sparrows. Books with pictures that writhed and crawled and shimmered. Little dinosaur skulls that chattered their teeth as she passed. A whole toy box filled with wonderful toys. "This is more like it," thought Coraline. She looked out of the window. Outside, the view was the same as she saw from her own bedroom. "Hi, Sheila. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining, and it's okay if you're late. No problem. Thank you for the gift." Books with pictures that writhed and crawled and shimmered. Little dinosaur skulls that chattered their teeth as she passed. A whole toy box filled with wonderful toys. "This is more like it," thought Coraline. She looked out the window. Outside, the view was the same one she saw from her own bedroom. Trees, fields, and beyond them, on the horizon, distant purple hills. Something black scurried across the floor and vanished under the bed. Coraline got down on her knees and looked under the bed. 50 little red eyes stared back at her. "Hello?" said Coraline. "Are you the rats?" They came out from under the bed, blinking their eyes in the light. They had short, soot black fur, little red eyes, pink paws like tiny little hands, and pink, hairless tails like long, smooth worms. "Can you talk?" she asked. The largest, blackest of the rats shook its head. It had an unpleasant sort of smile. Coraline thought, "Well?" asked Coraline. "What do you do?" Bye, Sheila. Thank you for stopping by. Take care. "Well," asked Coral, the rats formed a circle. Then they began to climb on top of each other, carefully but swiftly, until they had formed a pyramid with the largest rat at the top. The rats began to sing in whispery voice. Oh, guys, I'm not sure the tune of this. I can't remember. I'm not sure how the tune of this song goes. But it seems Autumn knows it. So I'm just gonna wing my random tune. The rats began to sing in whispery voices. High whispery. We have teeth and we have tails. We have tails. We have eyes. We were here before you fell. You will be here when we rise. I don't know the tune. I forgot it, guys. It wasn't a pretty song. Coraline wasn't sure she heard it before or something like it, although she was unable to remember exactly where. Then the pyramid fell apart, and the rats scampered, fast and black, toward the door. Thanks for all the gifts, guys. The other crazy old man upstairs was standing in the doorway. Oh, heck, great. I did the voice now. Holding a tall black hat in his hands. The rats scampered up to him, burrowing into his pockets, into his shirt, up his trouser legs, and in his booty cheeks. I'm just joking. The largest rat climbed onto the old man's shoulders, swung up on the long gray mustache, past the big black button eyes, and onto the top of the man's head. In seconds, the only evidence that the rats were there at all were restless lumps under the man's clothes, forever sliding from place to place across him. And there was still the largest rat, who stared down with glittering red eyes at Coraline from the man's head. The old man put his hat on, and the last rat was gone. "Hello, Coraline," said the other old man upstairs. "I heard you were here. It is time for the rats to have their dinner." What am I doing now? It's changed to like something else. "But you can come home with me if you like and watch them feed." I don't know if I can do a guy voice suddenly. I forgot how. It turned like into Super Mario or something. There was something hungry in the old man's button eyes that made Coraline feel uncomfortable. "No, thank you," she said. "I'm going outside to explore." The old man nodded very slowly. Coraline could hear the rats whispering to each other, although she could not tell what they were saying. She was not certain that she wanted to know what they were saying. Her other parents stood in the kitchen doorway as she walked down the corridor, smiling identical smiles and waving slowly. "Have a nice time outside," said her other mother. "We'll just wait here for you to come back," said her other father. When Coraline got to the front door, she turned back and looked at them. They were still watching her and waving and smiling. Coraline walked outside and down the steps. That is the end of that chapter. So, what do you guys think so far? Are you guys liking it? My impressions are, they're changing up a lot. I apologize for that, but I hope it's entertaining for you. It only goes downhill from here. Wait, my stream? Or the chapter? The book? Hydration break, everybody. Drink your water. The book. It's gonna get bad for Coraline. For Caroline. So, what are you guys thinking? Should I do one more chapter? Are you guys down for that? You guys better answer before I start throwing fists. I have a bully name. I'm gonna call you Elweenie. Oh, weenie. Wakey, wakey. Shiggy sack. Stuffed butt. Where are ya? Please keep going. Hi, cat. Okay, I'll continue on to the next chapter. My battery's looking all right still. I'm noticing the squeaky thing comes and goes, so I'm worried it's the mic having issues. Like the chirping thing that happens sometimes. Okay, so I don't know what number this is. It's IV. Is that 4 or 5? I think that's 4. I can't remember. It's 4. Okay, we're chapter 4. The house looked exactly the same from outside, or almost exactly the same. Around Miss Spink and Miss Forcible's door were blue and red light bulbs that flashed on and off, spelling out words. The lights chasing each other around the door, on and off, around and around. Astounding was followed by a theatrical and then triumph! Exclamation point, exclamation point. It was a sunny, cold day, exactly like the one she'd left. Gonna hit the banana. Okay, take care, Autumn. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I hope you enjoyed the storytime stream. Good night. Bye. Bye. There was a polite noise from behind her. She turned around. Standing on the wall next to her was a large black cat, identical to the large black cat she'd seen in the grounds at home. A new voice. What should I do? Good afternoon, said the cat. Its voice sounded like the voice at the back of Coraline's head, the voice she thought words in. But a man's voice, not a girl's. That's a weird thing to be thinking. Okay. Hello, said Coraline. I just saw a cat like you in the garden at home. You must be the other cat. The cat shook its head. No, it said. I'm not the other anything. I'm me. It tipped its head to one side. Green eyes glinted. Let's see. Maybe I can do it better. You people are the spread all over the place. Cats, on the other hand, keep ourselves together, if you see what I mean. I suppose, but if you're the same cat I saw at home, how can you talk? Cats don't have shoulders, not like people do, but the cat shrugged. In one smooth movement that started at the tip of its tail and then ended in a raised movement of its whiskers. I can talk. Cats don't talk at home. No, said the cat. No, said Coraline. The cat leaped smoothly from the wall to the grass near Coraline's feet. It stared up at her. Well, if you're an expert on these things, said the cat dryly. After all, what should I know? I'm only a cat. It began to walk away, head and tail held high and proud. Come back, said Coraline. Please, I'm sorry, I really am. The cat stopped walking, sat down, and began to watch itself thoughtfully, apparently unaware of Coraline's existence. We could be friends, you know, said Coraline. We could be rare specimens of an exotic breed of African dancing elephants, said the cat. But we're not, at least. It added cattily, after darting a brief look at Coraline. I'm not. Coraline sighed. Please, what's your name? Coraline asked the cat. Look, I'm Coraline, okay? The cat yawned slowly, carefully revealing a mouth and tongue of astounding pinkness. Cats don't have names, it said. No? Said Coraline. No, said the cat. Now you people have names. That's because you don't know who you are. We know who we are, so we don't need names. There was something irritatingly self-centered about this cat, Coraline decided. As if it were, in its opinion, the only thing in any world or place that could possibly be of any importance. Half of her wanted to be very rude to it. The other half of her wanted to be polite and deferential. The polite half won. Please, what is this place? The cat glanced around briefly. It's here, said the cat. I can see that. Well, how did you get here? Like you did, I walked, said the cat. Like this. Coraline watched as the cat walked slowly across the lawn. It walked behind a tree, but didn't come out of the other side. Coraline went over to the tree and looked behind it, and the cat was gone. She walked back towards the house. There was another polite noise from behind her. It was the cat. By the way, it said, it was sensible of you to bring protection. I'd hang on to it if I were you. Protection? That's what I said, said the cat. And anyway, it paused and stared intently at something that wasn't there. Then it went down into a low crouch, moved slowly forward 2 or 3 steps. It seemed to be stalking an invisible mouse. Abruptly, it turned tail and dashed for the woods. It vanished among the trees. Coraline wondered what the cat had meant. She also wondered whether cats could all talk where she came from and just chose not to, or whether they could only talk when they were here, wherever here was. She walked down the brick steps to Mrs. Spink's and Forcible's front door. The blue and red lights flashed on and off. The door was open just slightly. She knocked on it, but her first knock made the door swing open, and Coraline went in. What's just happened? Did anyone hear that? Oh my gosh. For some reason, YouTube was like, bro, are you still alive? It's just, the YouTube just gave me, it wanted to make sure I was still here. Okay, sorry about that, guys. She was in a dark room that smelled of dust and velvet. The door swung shut behind her, and the room was black. Coraline edged, oh my gosh, forward into a small anteroom. Her face brushed against something soft. It was cloth. She reached up her hand and pushed at the cloth. It parted. Yeah, it was kind of weird. She stood blinking on the other side of the velvet curtains in a poorly lit theater. Far away, at the edge of the room, was a high wooden stage, empty and bare, a dim spotlight shining onto it from high above. There were seats between Coraline and the stage, rows and rows of seats. She heard a shuffling noise, and a light came down toward her, swinging from side to side. When it was closer, she saw the light was coming from a flashlight being carried in the mouth of a large black Scotty dog, its muzzle gray with age. Hi, Red Chimera. Welcome to the stream, and hello, Mel's biggest fan. Thank you for the gift. Hello, said Coraline. The dog put the flashlight down on the floor and looked up at her. Right, let's see your ticket, he said gruffly. Ticket? That's what I said, ticket. I haven't got all day, you know. You can't watch the show without a ticket. Coraline sighed. I don't have a ticket. she admitted. Another one, said the dog gloomily. Come in here, bold us anything. Where's your ticket? Haven't got one? I don't know. It shook its head and then shrugged. Come on then. Come on then. I bet. He picked up the flashlight in his mouth and trotted off into the dark. Coraline followed him. When he got near the front of the stage, he stopped and shone the flashlight onto an empty seat. Coraline sat down and the dog wandered off. As her eyes got used to the darkness, she realized that the other inhabitants of the seats were also dogs. There was a sudden hissing noise from behind the stage. Coraline decided it was the sound of scratchy old record being put onto a record player. The hissing became the sounds of trumpets, and Miss Spink and Miss Forcible came onto the stage. Miss Spink was riding a one-wheeled bicycle and juggling balls. Miss Forcible skipped behind her, holding a basket of flowers. She scattered the flower petals across the stage as she went. They reached the front row of the stage, and Miss Spink leaped nimbly off the unicycle, and the two old women bowed low. All of the dogs thumped their tails and barked enthusiastically. Coraline clapped politely. Thanks for joining the stream, everybody. Hi. Then they unbuttoned their fluffy round coats and opened them. But their coats weren't all that opened. Their faces opened too, like empty shells. And out of the old, empty, fluffy, round bodies stepped two young women. They were thin and pale and quite pretty, and they had black button eyes. The new Miss Spink was wearing green tights and high brown boots that went most of the way up her legs. The new Miss Forcible wore a white dress that had flowers in her long yellow hair. Coraline pressed back against her seat. Miss Spink went off the stage, and the noise of trumpets squealed as the gramophone needle dug its way across the record and then was pulled off. "This is my favorite bit," whispered a little dog in the seat next to her. The other Miss Forcible picked a knife out of a box on the corner of stage. "Is this the dagger that I see before me?" she asked. "Yes!" shouted all the little dogs. "It is!" Miss Forcible curtsied, and all of the dogs applauded again. Coraline didn't bother clapping this time. Miss Spink came back on. She slapped her thigh. "Oh." The little dogs woofed. Some fan service. And now, Miss Spink said, Miriam and I proudly present a new and exciting addendum to our theatrical exposition. Do I see a volunteer?" The little dog next to Coraline nudged her with its front paw. "That's you," it hissed. Coraline stood up and then walked up the wooden step to the stage. "Can I have a big round of applause for the young volunteer?" asked Miss Spink. The dogs woofed and squealed and thumped their tails on velvet seats. "Now, Coraline, what's your name?" "Coraline," said Coraline. "And do we know each other? And we don't know each other, do we?" Coraline looked at the thin young woman with black button eyes and shook her head slowly. "Now," said the other Miss Spink, "stand over here." She led Coraline over to a board by the side of the stage and put a balloon on top of Coraline's head. Miss Spink walked over to Miss Forcible. She blindfolded Miss Forcible's button eyes with a black scarf and she put the knife into her hands. Then she turned her round 3 or 4 times and pointed her at Coraline. I had a little burp. Coraline held her breath and squeezed her fingers into 2 tight fists. Miss Forcible threw the knife at the balloon. It popped loudly, and the knife stuck into the board just above Coraline's head and twanged there. Oh my gosh, Coraline breathed out. The dogs went wild. Miss Spink gave Coraline a very small box of chocolates and thanked her for being such a good sport. Coraline went back to her seat. It did it again! Do you want to know what's happening, guys? It's like, get off the YouTube. I don't like that. It's weird how it gave me a warning a second time. There, I don't think it will this time. I think I made it stop. Like, I'm allowed to watch YouTube for more than an hour, guys. Why is it so concerned? Miss Spink gave Coraline a very small box of chocolates and thanked her for being such a good sport. Coraline went back to her seat. You were very good, said the little dog. Thank you, said Coraline. Miss Forcible and Miss Spink began juggling with huge wooden clubs. Coraline opened the box of chocolates. The dog looked at them longingly. Would you like one? She asked the little dog. Yes, please, whispered the dog. Only not toffee ones. They make me drool. I thought chocolates weren't very good for dogs, she said, remembering something Miss Forcible told her once. Maybe where you come from, whispered the little dog, but here it's all we eat. Coraline couldn't see what the chocolates were in the dark. She took an experimental bite of one, which turned out to be coconut. Coraline didn't like coconut. She gave it to the dog. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for joining. We're just reading Coraline. Thank you, said the dog. You're welcome, said Coraline. Miss Forcible and Miss Spink were doing some acting. Miss Forcible was sitting on a stepladder, and Miss Spink was standing at the bottom. What's in a name? Asked Miss Forcible. That which we call a rose by any other name would smell as sweet. Have you got any more chocolates? Whispered the dog. Coraline gave the dog another chocolate. I am not how to tell thee who I am, said Miss Spink to Miss Forcible. This bit finishes soon, whispered the dog. Then they start folk dancing. How long does this go on for? Asked Coraline. The theater? All the time, said the dog. Forever and always. Here, said Coraline. Keep the chocolates. Thank you, said the dog. Coraline stood up. See you soon, said the dog. Bye, said Coraline. She walked out of the theater and back into the garden. She had to blink her eyes at the daylight. Her other parents were waiting for her in the garden, standing side by side. They were smiling. Did you have a nice time? Asked her mother. It was interesting, said Coraline. The 3 of them walked back up to Coraline's other house together. Coraline's other mother stroked Coraline's hair with her long, white fingers. Coraline shook her head. Don't do that, said Coraline. Her other mother took her hand away. So, said her other father, do you like it here? I suppose, said Coraline. It's much more interesting than at home. They went inside. I'm glad you like it, said Coraline's mother, because we'd like to think that this is your home, and you can stay here forever and always, if you want to. Said Coraline. She put her hand in her pockets and thought about it. Her hand touched the stone that the real Miss Spink and Forcible had given her the day before. The stone with the hole in it. If you want If you want to stay, said her other father, there's only one thing we'll have to do so you can stay here forever and always. They went into the kitchen. On a china plate on the kitchen table was a spool of black cotton and a silver long needle, and beside them, 2 large black buttons. I don't think so, said Coraline. Oh, but we want you to, said her other mother. We want you to stay, and it's just a little thing. It won't hurt, said her other father. Welcome to the stream, everybody. Coraline knew that when grown-ups told you something wouldn't hurt, it almost always did. She shook her head. Hi, Karma, welcome. Her other mother smiled brightly, and the hair on her head drifted like plants under the sea. We only want what's best for you, she said. She put her hand on Coraline's shoulder. Coraline backed away. I'm going now, said Coraline. I'm in danger. I'm joking. She put her hands in her pockets. Her fingers closed around the stone with the hole in it. Her other mother's hand scuttled off Coraline's shoulder like a frightened spider. Ooh. If that's what you want, she said. Yes, said Coraline. We'll see you soon enough, though. Oh, wait, no. We'll see you soon enough, though, said the other father, when you come back. Said Coraline. And then we'll all be together as one big, happy family, said her other mother, forever and always. Coraline backed away. She turned and hurried into the drawing room and pulled open the door in the corner. There was no brick wall there now, just darkness. A night black underground darkness that seemed as if things in it might be moving. Coraline hesitated. She turned back. Her other mother and other father were walking towards her, holding hands. They were looking at her with their black button eyes. Or at least she thought they were looking at her. She couldn't be sure. Coraline hesitated. Oh wait, I just read the part. Her other mother reached out her free hand and beckoned gently with one finger. Her pale lips mouthed, "Come back soon," although she said nothing out loud. Coraline took a deep breath and stepped into the darkness where strange voices whispered and distant winds howled. She became certain that there was something in the dark behind her, something very old and very slow. Her heart beat so hard and so loudly, she was scared it would burst out of her chest. She closed her eyes against the dark. Eventually, she bumped into something and opened her eyes, startled. She bumped into an armchair in her drawing room. The open doorway behind her was blocked through by red bricks. She was home. And that is the end of that chapter, guys. I think that's all I'm going to be reading from it tonight. But don't worry, because I'm going to write where I am right now, so I don't lose track. So we are at chapter V is 5. I think that's right. Chapter V, page 30 out of 96. So I don't forget that. How many chapters left? I'm not sure, but it says for page 30 out of 96. Cello, how's your stream so far, if I may ask? It's going pretty good. I just finished reading 4 chapters of Coraline. I just finished right now. But I will continue them in my next... I was considering, or I was planning on doing a little series, like a little Sunday storytelling series, to read some books here and there, and of course take requests if you guys would be interested in hearing me read anything. I need to plug my laptop in one moment. Oh, I whipped you guys. I'm so sorry. Is your eye okay? I'm so sorry. I'm out of control over here. Aw, I'm so sorry about your eye, guys. So, for the rest of the stream, I figured we'll just chat and chill for a little bit. And I'm wondering, how are you feeling about the story so far, guys? Do you like it? And who here has watched Coraline? Has anyone here watched Coraline? You hope, well, I didn't like completely burst it, did I? Sorry. Is there anyone still alive in the Twitch chat? Wakey, wakey. I'm gonna lick you. I'm gonna literally lick you. I bursted your eye. Oh my gosh. I'm feeling like a thrill come over my body. I like your model. Whoever created did a wonderful job, and I've heard of the movie from a long time ago. I'm a model? La la. Thank you. I know what you mean, though. Actually, I was, I helped with most of the design. I just didn't execute it. Like, I didn't execute the model. But I did a lot of the design with it, and then my art mama created the rest. So I do appreciate the compliment. It means a lot. And a big shout out to my art mama, who's literally linked in my bio on Twitter. Did you guys die in the Twitch? Blocked and deleted. Deleted and blocked. Bye. Nanolicks. Why did I heard a bang when I joined? It was the worst timing. I was whipping around my, on accident, I whipped you guys in the eye with my computer charger, my laptop charger. It, like, fell and, like, boof, right on your eye. Oh, please, more. Please, more what? Poking your eye out? There's one alive, but I don't know where the rest are. Probably like lurking and jerking or something, just joking. So what are you guys up to? Who's all in here? I'm gonna call some people out. Hi, Ururar. What are you doing? What are you doing, Sleepy? What are you doing, Peanuts? Elwin, what are you doing? Oh, Wiener. Oh, Weenie. Icy. Charlie, Shiggy, you're talking. Doral, pay attention to me before I get angry and punch my laptop more. Pay me attention. Pay me attention. Pay me attention. I'm gonna bite my mic out of anger. Thank you. I'm not trying to go for cute. I'm trying to get some attention here, bro. I'm gonna punch someone. Soon it's gonna be the side of my own head. I'm just joking. I'm not that crazy. Wink, wink, wink. I was gaming while listening to Nano in the background. What are you playing? What game are you playing? Oh yeah, I have a big giant bottle of Coke Zero here. Did you hear that? That's kind of how my sneezes sound. Remember how I described how my sneezes sounds like bottles opening? That's how it sounds exactly. How was my day? It was alright. I did a big walk and then it started raining on me and then I got Subway. So then it made it better. And I have some Subway cookies and some leftover Subway in the fridge because I couldn't eat my whole sub. The first merch will be shock collars controlled by, oh my gosh, kinky. Those would be expensive though, like the Bluetooth to go all over the world. Kingman, you just missed my reading. Oh no. Oops. Should I glug? Street Fighter 6. I don't think I've ever played that game. I know what Street Fighter is though, but I don't think I've ever played it. What? Ice? Ice? Okay, my glug glug. My glug glug, my 2-liter bottle. Yeah, I have a 2-liter right here. It's my daily. I kind of drink it like a baby bottle. But it's like I have 1 bottle of Coke a day, I guess. My big giant 2-liter. Is there anybody else streaming right now? Or was there anybody streaming? Am I stealing anyone's shine? Hi, Sugary Sweets. But yeah, would you guys be interested in me doing a series? Soma and 3 others. But I think they ended a moment ago. Oh, who was it? Was it Liubel? A series about what, I may ask? Of reading, it'll be Story Time Sunday, or like Storytelling Sunday, Story Reading Sunday, something like that. How long am I going to be streaming? For tonight, just maybe a few more minutes here. Not too much longer. It was very comfy. Hopefully I can get the mic figured out and it stops doing that god-awful noise. Although suddenly it's okay. I think it's like comes and goes, which makes me concerned it might be the microphone. But fingers crossed it's not. Hi Leo. What genre do you usually read? I'm gonna be honest, I don't very often read. Reading this book with you guys will be the first time I read a book since high school. It's been like over 10 years. You even showed us your voice acting. I wouldn't say that as voice acting. That was me winging it. I've never, like, I would need to have practice and stuff like that to be considered voice acting. I was just kind of winging it there. And I have a hunch that the next time I stream, I'm gonna completely forget everything. Not everything, but like the voices. We're gonna have a whole new set of voices, a whole new cast. Season 2. The cast was never mind, I was gonna say something, but I was the cast. I was gonna say the cast was messaging underagers, but that's me. So no, the cast was not doing that. They were on Coca-Cola maternity leave for Coca-Cola. Guys, I don't know what I'm saying. Help me here. It's dead. Speak to me. I'm just gonna eat my cookies and drink my sodas, okay? And are you kicking booty cheeks in Street Fighter? Coca-Cola maternity leave, hell yeah! I got a whole 2-liter in me. Banana, nana, 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 nano. Where were you, Ellen? Did you listen to my story? Did you get to listen to my story? I was reading it. How long have I streamed for? Today or in total of my life? Today I've been streaming for a couple hours now, I think. You've been around. You weren't here. I gotcha. I'll remember this. It's been like 2 hours and a half. Something like that. I know I started a little bit later than usual. I don't know, guys. I lost track. I just can see the battery slowly going down and my appetite slowly going up for somebody's piggies. Little piggies. I don't know what I'm saying. What do you mean? I have you on Restream. That wasn't the real you. Do you enjoy voice acting? Is it tough on the throat? I don't do voice acting. I've never done voice acting before. I wish I was a voice actor. Hi, Skyro. Skyro? You just did. Well, I mean, if you count it as that, it wasn't like hard on the throat or anything. I mean, like, I'm always coughing all the time if you know me, but it was fine. I hear you 3 times. This phone, the restream, and then a delay to the... Woo! You probably have the biggest headache. You're gonna have me as like your new sleep paralysis demon. You even did a Ralph impression. I kind of did, but it was ultra squeaky. I'm glad you understood what I was doing. I'm in danger. Nano in my dreams. Ooh, really? I mean, that's kind of what I do. In my lore, I actually can travel dream to dream. And I be spying on you guys. If you see 2 little red glowing eyes, it's not me. Not me. It's the little sneaky rats. Twitch lags hard. It has a delay for me, but I don't know if it lags for me. Actually, you know what? Everything lags for me because my internet sucks. So there's that. But I'm thinking of switching my internet hopefully very soon, or at least complaining to them and being like, I want to switch my internet, and maybe like something can be worked out, because every time I do an internet test, I'm not even getting like 30% of what I'm paying for like the internet numbers. I forget all the numbers, but I wrote them down, and then I looked at the test results and all my tests, and I was like, these maths aren't mathing up. This is wrong. So I'm gonna threaten to go to a new company. You're out in the woods. What are you doing? Are you a vampire? Welcome to the stream, everybody. Yeah, well, where I am is a very, very small place. So we got like what, 2, 3 internet provider places type of thing. And like, they're gonna want to keep me. Like, they got like 1 competitor type of thing. At least I hope so. You're practicing right now because you got your ass beat playing friend. I couldn't play against someone and listen to Nano. Uh-oh. I interfered negatively. Now I'll go to bed worried. My school is out here and I'm in the dorms. That's scary. Spooky. You're gonna hear some creaking on the window. Like, wait, like this. I see you. Ow. Why does all my bones always snap? It's stormy. Time for a test of courage in the school after midnight. Did you guys know the singing in Coraline? It's not even a real language. It's just like gibberish. They're just like going like, I don't know what they're doing. It's just noises. I researched it. Oh, I don't know how it goes, because I don't know, I can't remember it so well, because it's literally just like doody-doodies, like all in different like tunes. But yeah, I got some Subway cookies. I got 6 Subway cookies. And when I went there today, I very confidently ordered my favorite sub, and he was like, that's discontinued. And I was like, what do you mean it's discontinued? What do you mean it's discontinued? Do you guys know the oven roasted chicken? Yeah, where I don't know if it's discontinued where you live, but it's discontinued where I live. And they had like a rotisserie chicken, and I was like, I don't want no damn rotisserie chicken. I want my freaking oven roasted chicken with cheese. You see at Subway a lot? What's your favorite subs, guys? Give me some recommendations. I've only had a few. They killed all the ovens. What do you mean by that? Well, I don't know what you mean by that. Although today when I was like, I asked for toasted, and like that bread was not toasted, even though it was in the toaster. Like, Every time now I order it, I'm like, toasted please, and I touch it and it's like, not toasted. Like it went in there, but did something happen? I don't think so. So what do you guys think about the background music? Does it sound okay? When I get a sub and ask for toasted, it's burned. Shh, don't be like that. The music that's been playing. Jody. I don't eat Subway very often. I like to imagine oven roasted chicken disappearing. It's because the oven's gone. Get out of here. You nerd. The Philly. Oh yeah, Philly cheesesteak. I forgot about that one. You don't hear anything. Can anyone else hear the music? I think it's just you, Shiggy. Because I'm getting comments, even in the Twitch, that people can hear it. It's soft? Okay, okay. Well, so crank it. You freaking partiers. You freaking hooligans. You Russian hooligans. Should I eat a cookie? So the cookie, I hold it and it all falls down. Like it just falls about a million. Why is it crumbling like that? All the cookies just fell to a million pieces. I'm eating a white chocolate macadamia nut cookie. Hi, Doral. I was calling you out earlier, but you left me hanging. I didn't know if my terrible voice impressions killed you or something. It's pretty tasty. Uh-oh. He returns. It's fine, don't worry about it. I'm just messing with you. I'll eat the cookies. Wait till my phone gives me another warning. Give you guys some good night smooches. So on my next stream, tomorrow, it's just gonna be a short stream, but it's gonna be just an update of, whoa, it got loud. An update of each other's week. That's what I was gonna say, I got distracted. Oh, and then I lost track. An update of each other's weekly plans. And then, depending on how much time I have, maybe if everybody's down, I can read another chapter, or maybe I can just leave that strictly for Sundays to use this mic. And I wasn't trying to be rude. I'm not trying to be rude. It's my tism, I swear. I try so hard to be polite, and I'm like, think of the best thing you can say, and I'll like say the most rudest thing ever while making the rudest face, and I'm like, yeah, perfect. Aced it. It's like the story of my life. These cookies are so sweet. There's a new cookie. It's like, got like, what are these things? Like little blue sprinkles in it. I've never seen. You know, the exact same feeling. Yeah. Okay, I'm glad somebody can relate. Okay, Jota, calm down. You don't have to always apologize. It makes everybody, everybody frantic. Just be calm, and we'll all be calm together and happy. No more sorry. That's shunned. Every time you say sorry, you have to send me a burger, or else you're banned. Jota more Canadian than Canada Moose. He's like overtaken me. Ow, my toe. Did you guys just hear my toe snap? Oof. But for real, I quite enjoyed what I was able to hear of the story time. I'm glad. Thank you for coming by. I was really nervous when I saw you join. I was like, oh no. Oh no. And I was probably making a silly voice too. Yeah, it was my toenail, not my toenail, my toe snapping. It's because I spin in circles on the chair, and I like smack into everything. Burger, Jota. There's gonna be like new law systems around here. Charges or pay the consequences. You're screaming. No, I'm scared. I don't like the idea of that. And I also have a confession. It was something that's been on my mind for a long time. Do you remember how a long time ago everybody was asking me about my cliffhanger? And on that story, have a good night, guys. See ya. I'm just joking. So everybody was asking me about my height, and well, Karma said that I was 5 inches tall, and I was so angry. So I told everybody I was 5 feet tall, 5'3". The truth is, he was right. I'm only 5 inches tall. 6 not big. That's saying about me. I'm not very. I'm just a nano, but I'm small. I can take on a few other forms, though. It was just something on my chest, so a lot of the times, I just want to be small. Because it takes a lot of power sometimes to be big. So, I thought I would get that off my chest for you guys. Sorry about the audios. Switch to tablet. Did they not hear my big confession? They literally did not just hear my confession. Perfect timing. Perfect. Is that what you like, toes? You can reach them? Exactly. And I sometimes wonder, the more toes I eat, if I eat a toe, will I grow a toe in height? And since I'm so small, I can only eat the toes. I can't eat a whole human, so it's just, I have to work slowly at this. One day I'll be so tall, naturally. And one day I'll show you all just what I'm capable of. Do you like my big loud kiss? And on that note, we're gonna wrap it up. Homies, bromies. Well, I told my deepest, darkest secrets. You could eat a whole human if you did it one piece at a time. Like the guy who ate an airplane. I know about the guy who ate an airplane. Didn't he die? Pretty sure he did. But yes, guys, I will be ending it now, and thank you so much for stopping by tonight, and we'll be chatting again tomorrow. And I really hope you enjoyed my first ever storytime reading stream and reading Coraline together. So next week, or maybe next Sunday, or maybe sometime this week, we can read another chapter, but for sure next Sunday we can continue reading the rest. Whichever you guys prefer. Vigio, you just came now. I'm done my story and I'm just saying bye now. Thank you so much for stopping by, though. I think there might be a bot of me, so maybe you guys can catch up on the story for next time for anybody who missed it. But yes, thank you so much everybody who came tonight and enjoyed my first attempt at voice acting and storytelling. So thank you so much, Elwin, for the restream. It's always a pleasure. And yeah, thank you. Let's see. Thank you, Dorel. Thank you, Shiggy. Thank you, Icy. Thank you, Vigio. Thank you, Mr. Peanuts. Thank you, Jota. And thank you, Elwin. And thank you, Amithrius. And the 5 mystery people in the Twitch. You mischievous sneaksters spying on me. Okay. Bye, everyone. Bye. Follow me on Twitter. Bye.